So I invite you to come into awareness of your breath, one breath in and out at a time. Let your body feel invited to be held in that breath. Held where you are seated. Held by the gentle sound of Roger's guitar. One breath at a time. We open to grace, to peace, open to yes, I am. As we receive and give, our breath, our presence, our peace, here connected, beyond these walls connected, to everything, everyone, connected and interconnected. Rooted, open, one breath, one yes, one moment, one choice at a time. And I invite you to take a deep, full breath in and out in this moment. Come back into your presence, joined with the presence of those here in this room, beyond this room. Ready to serve, to love, to be the hands and heart of God, the hands and heart of love. And so it is. Thanks, Raj. Since this is our kickoff day of hosting who will become our new friends through Family Promise, it seemed like a good spin on that to title and theme my talk as the promise of spiritual family. And so in the face of my own family, Karina, I can't thank you enough for reminding us about what equanimity is as a practice. It has been an interesting week of recognizing that what I say here is only as authentic as how I'm living it during the week. Equanimity and gratitude, that unity reminder that we don't always need to set things right, we need to see things right. And what is it that can shift me from a little resentment at the overdoing and the oversaying, oh yes, 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 to love, and finding a way to be grateful for the ability to say yes. And that shifting is why I need a spiritual family. This keeps me grounded. And so I'm very grateful for that lived reminder that our doing, the things that we do to show up, are important. But I'm going to remind us through some inspiration I found this week that it's the opening that matters first. So I'm going to start with some pearls of wisdom, little bits of scripture. So really, I pictured a little pearl necklace of these little pearls of wisdom. So from the gospel attributed to Matthew, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there among them. Look around. There's some embodied Christ consciousness right here. 2 or 3, even more. Again from Matthew, truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these, my siblings, you did it to me. From Luke, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. And from Hebrews, let mutual love continue. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing that, some have entertained angels without knowing it. Remember those who are in prison, as though you were in prison with them. Those who are being tortured, as though you yourselves were being tortured. And finally, for today, from Romans, love does no wrong to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. This week, somewhere around midweek, I was imprisoned by my own mental chatter. Never happened to me, somebody up here said. I was tortured by my thoughts of how am I gonna. Oh my God, la 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 la. So there are people around us that we see that is the prison. It's the prison of our circumstances. It's the prison of our own mental chatter, our reliance on our to-do list, on our own efforts. I fall prey to that a lot. And then we know that there are things going on around us in the bigger world where, as a collective, as a culture, as a society, people are held in situations where they cannot, by their own efforts, release themselves. And yet, whatever our circumstances are, we believe that God is everywhere with us. So I spent a lot of time this week chewing on that, feeling pulled by loving obligations here with my family, feeling the pull to do more, to fix more, to save more, to help more. And doing it all based on the mighty Brigid strength. Oh. Let's just say, your laughter is well placed. Oh, equanimity, humility, authenticity, surrender. One of the people that I love to read is Parker Palmer. I have been a fan of, and again, I don't think he's written 10 books. I don't think I've ever read a book cover to cover. But he is somebody who his teaching has been in my radar for a long time. And so I came across this 13 ways of looking at community that he has a lovely sense of humor also. There's a William Stafford poem that's 13 ways of looking at a blackbird. And he's like, that's the only thing that alludes to that poem is the title. And then he added a 14th somewhere that's for infomercials, but I didn't go there. But I found this so helpful. 13 ways of looking at community. The promise of spiritual family. Whether we think of ourselves as biological creatures, we're only a body having a bodily experience, or spiritual beings, or both, the truth remains, we were created in and for a complex ecology of relatedness. I love to say that families and communities are complex ecosystems. So maybe that's why I saw that line this week. It's like, oh yeah, right. We are created in and for complex ecology of relatedness. And without it, we wither and die. Right? One of the things about COVID and those days of isolation is that many of us felt like we were withering because it was so hard to have those connections. And yet from that hardship, we got creative about how to find ways to continue to connect because we need it so much. He goes on to say, this simple fact has critical implications. Community is not a goal to be achieved, but a gift to be received. Too many relationships have been diminished or destroyed by a drive toward community building, which evokes a grasping that is the opposite of what we need to do. Relax into our created condition and receive the gift we've been given. I did not relax into any openness for a long stretch of hours this week. So Parker Palmer continues by saying that the work of becoming receptive is quite unlike the external work of building communal structures. And he does not say that the communal structures are unimportant. But the reminder is receptivity involves inner work. Community begins not externally, not in having a beautiful sanctuary space, so to speak, but it begins internally. Long before community can be manifest in outward relationships, it must be present in the individual, in each of us, as a capacity for connectedness, a capacity to resist the forces of disconnection with which our culture and our psyches are riddled. Forces with names like narcissism, egotism, jealousy, competition, empire building, nationalism, and related forms of madness. He wrote this in 1998. He does continue to write, by the way, but that was from 1998. So we are called into yes, I am. Yes, we sang it earlier. Yes, I am here to love. I am here to serve. I am open to grace. I am open to peace. I am here to love. But it's our receptivity that is the starting point that makes all of this, all of what happened on Friday, that happens every time we have a beautiful gathering here in this community. It's our receptivity that helps the connection first. So before we can have any sense of community with each other, with our city neighbors, and beyond our city, we need to open ourselves first. And how do we do that? It's interesting, Roger, you mentioned something at the One Song that has stayed with me before Jerry and Marianne sang that beautiful song, that sometimes what opens us is something lays us low, right? Our heart breaks, we have suffering, we have something that's where we surrender. And that's echoed in this article by Parker Palmer. So in case you were wondering how smart you are, we all know. I just wanted to let you know. It is often in a moment of suffering, our own, when we surrender to, oh, I can't do this alone. I've been thinking all those efforts were the mighty Brigid efforts, but I was forgetting that even my good works have to come from that space of being open to where God is leading me. Oh, right, that's the starting point. How many of you have had a moment when your heart has broken open in a close to home sorrow, where all you could do is to reach out and hope that there was a hand there, presence of someone who loves you, just sitting with you? And is that, if you don't have the physical presence of a body, of a beloved, that then is where we rely on that sense of the source of our life that many of us call God. It's the breaking open that helps us be receptive to the interconnectedness that is our truth. We are a complex ecosystem. So in our saying yes, this week was a beautiful reminder. Once I let go of that chatter and that sense of I must do it all, it was a beautiful reminder of what happens when in our individual receptivity, we come together. I could only stay till a little after 5 on Friday because I brought my mom, who didn't want to miss it, but then she wasn't feeling great, so we had to scoot her out. But what a gift to see neighbors coming from around the corner and down the street and around this corner to come to know as many Unity folks as could make it for our first annual. Our first annual. Next year we'll have a little more time and lead to plan and to do, but what an incredible blessing. I know now that the neighbor that I park in front of every single Sunday, is Diane. I met Diane. She's like, oh yeah, I love your red car. Neighbors met each other who didn't know each other. All because one person had the receptivity to say, you know, with everything going on in the world, what we need is we need to know our neighbors. What if we did this? Family Promise started like that. It's an organization that is built on not just helping a handful of individual families who are experiencing homelessness. It's based on engaging a community. It's not just the housing, it's the relationships. That's the first piece. So that as a family stays in a church community, they get to know people in the larger community of which they're a part. And maybe you know somebody who needs something. And here's the house. And here's somebody to do this. And it's community connections. And we had folks from our Unity family who thought, you know, this would be a really good thing for us. What if we helped with that? Thanks to Peggy and Tim and the Social Justice Circle, here we are. And that is, yes, we can pat ourselves on the back for that. But it's also a gift of us, for us. A gift of remembering how interconnected we are. How there but for the grace of God go I. And we will learn from each other when we show up. We say yes to a lot in this community. So this week I'm going to invite you, before we open our doors to our friends from the focus communities, and I do hope it's packed. I hope it's standing room only. And we've got to get everybody all squashed together and cozy, getting to know each other elbow to elbow. We have something remarkable here in this community, because it is a community of people who are open and receptive and real. And we are together when it's fun and easy, and we're together when we have challenging things to walk through. That's what community is. So however you walked through those doors on any given Sunday, when you walk out, I hope that you feel uplifted. I hope you feel the connections of the people that you were sitting near, of the people you said hello to. Because it is a simple thing, but it is also the simple building blocks of the complex ecosystem that we're a part of. Open to grace, open to peace, open to yes, open first, being first, then the doing in love. So I invite you to take a deep breath in, being receptive to your breath in and out. I'm going to close with a prayer that I've shared before, because it's about community, and it just felt so right for today. Come into this place. So I invite you to come into the place in your own heart that this recognizes, and the community, that we are grateful that you are here with us. So come in. Come into this place which we make holy by our presence. Come in with all your vulnerabilities and strengths, fears and anxieties, loves and hopes. For here you need not hide, nor pretend, nor be anything other than who you are and are called to be. Come into this place where we can touch and be touched, heal and be healed, forgive and be forgiven. Come into this place where the ordinary is sanctified, the human is celebrated, the compassionate is expected. Come into this place. Together, we make it a holy place. And so it is. Amen.